Magnode is pleased to present the Atrium Medical Center Foundation 2016 Physician Hero Award to Dr. Tom Scott. Genuine caring, unwavering loyalty, and remarkable perseverance, insatiable curiosity, wry humor, and deep affection for nature. These are just a handful of the qualities that led Atrium Medical Center's medical staff to choose Dr. Scott as its 2016 Physician Hero.
It's in his heart and in his nature to care for people. He's still caring for people. He retired so that he could care for people. So I just think it's what he's here to do and what he loves.
Arriving in Middletown in 1966, Dr. Scott joined the internal medicine practice of Drs. Walter Rail Sr. and Walter Rail Jr. He helped grow the practice that is Middletown Medical Group today.
Tom was strictly a advocate of the patient, loved people, wanted to get a good practice started, which he did. And most of his time was really spent in the practice of medicine.
Along the way, he also became chief of the hospital's medical staff.
As he was growing up as a boy of 9 or 10 years old, their family physician made house calls. Novel idea. And he would take Tom with him occasionally on the calls. And Tom came away from those and he said, you know, that's what I want to do. So I just think he was kind of born into doing what he did.
One story I have that really sums up Tom Scott is, this is back in the late 80s. I'm a new doctor on staff. Wednesday afternoon, and I know that this is Tom Scott's afternoon off. I look up and here's Tom walking from patient to patient in the hallway. He's not wearing his business suit, he's wearing casual clothes. And I look at him and say, Tom, this is your afternoon off. Why are you here in the hospital? And he looked at me, he says, Greg, this is really the only time I can take my time and enjoy my patients. And here he was sacrificing his afternoon off just to spend more time with his patients. To me, that really sums up what Tom Scott's about.
I was in Chicago visiting our daughter and became ill there and was put in the hospital. Tom picked up the phone and called up there to find out how it was going on and what was happening and so forth. I felt very comforted to know that over the miles, he was there with me.
He really sort of reminds me of the Marcus Welby physician, just because everybody in the community seemed to know who he was.
Respected for his leadership skills, Dr. Scott was adept at forging compromise and consensus.
When he spoke, everybody listened, because he had the unique ability to sort of summarize things and move the group to where we needed to go with the solution.
Dr. Scott retired in 2003 to enjoy the great outdoors and to spend more time with his family, wife Bonnie, son Brad, who lives in Hawaii, and Seattle-based daughters Kim and Gwen, and granddaughter Sophia, and also to enjoy get-togethers with retired physicians and his many friends.
He didn't leave practice and just close the doors one day. He spent a year handing his patients off, making sure that they were all getting taken care of, transitioning them to another practitioner. He cared so much.
Retirement also meant Dr. Scott could spend more time at the southern Indiana farm he inherited from his father. An inspirational place he had enjoyed visiting throughout his youth.
He loves to be outside, and he has a little lodge. He calls it his lodge, and he decided he'd like to invite his friends out, and a good way to do it would be to have a Halloween party. He's done that every year. It's an event that everybody looks forward to.
If I had to describe Tom Scott to somebody who didn't know him, I would say he is full of surprises. He's gone through some health challenges and come back remarkably well. He learned to ski at an age when many people were giving it up. He's a hiker, he's a climber, he loves to be active.
He was out here in March and went snowshoeing. So there aren't many people who have faced his challenge who could do that with a smile on their face and joy in their heart, and that's exactly what he had. And that's why he's one of my heroes.
They were definitely a team, and I think I had an amazing childhood. I think we all did. Both of them instilled a real sense of adventure for all three of us kids, and a real appreciation in particular for, I think, the outdoors and nature.
In keeping with his belief in the restorative power of nature, Dr. Scott and his wife, Bonnie, donated the magnificent blue spruce tree at the hospital's entrance.
Middletown has been very fortunate. Atrium Hospital has been very fortunate to have Tom as part of its staff for these many years. He's done it all, and he now deserves some time to himself, and I wish him well. You're the best, Tom.
Everywhere we go, there are no strangers in my dad's life. He absolutely just is interested in everybody and interested in their story and who they are.
Well, I think he's one of the best people I know.